Welcome back to Finding Quality Elder Care 5-Minute Tips. Today's segment is when to start your search. Now, I can tell you, if you are watching this and you're a red-blooded American, chances are you're falling into the category of let's wait and see. Well, unfortunately, that has been my experience over 20 plus years, that most Americans don't even start contemplating senior care until there's a crisis. In fact, if I can be blunt, Americans are terrible at acknowledging mortality. And so, as a result, they become extraordinarily vulnerable during this process. The first bit of dysfunctional thinking that I want people to eradicate from their mindset, especially when it comes to adult children, is the notion that caring for your parents is a role reversal. That's absurd. We are once a man, twice a child. And what I mean by that is that when we're born, we have certain needs for ambulation, for feeding assistance, for activities of daily living, bathing, dressing, grooming. We oftentimes have to be reminded, we have to be redirected to stay out of danger. And then we have this nice arc of privilege and ability and growth. And then we come back to the tail end of our lives and we reemerge needing those same types of needs met as when we were children. And there's nothing shameful about that. That is the process. Yet, for some reason, especially Americans, we don't like to acknowledge that. And therefore, we see it as a surprise. And you're thrust into this role. If you would just understand and expect that that role is going to be yours as an adult child, it makes things a whole heck of a lot easier. Now, amid the emotional distress of the crisis itself that your loved one is probably undertaking, you're now also dealing with internal feelings of loss and then contemplating your own mortality. That's not the best environment to make an informed decision. So the answer to the question of when do we start our search? Yesterday. If your loved one is in a position where they're living alone right now and they're showing some signs and symptoms of possibly needing care down the road, don't wait to meet them down the road. Do it now. You'll feel a lot more confident with the outcome. And in fact, the correlationship between preparation and successfully finding the right level of care is undeniable. The people that report the most level of satisfaction with their decision and their quality of life, which is incredibly important, are those who did the research early on. And consequently, the folks that waited until the last second, making a simple decision become a monstrous decision in the sense that they have no clue what they're doing and trying to undertake that high level of decision making under duress, report that they question their decision and they start to doubt whether they made the right decision, which stands to reason. So, is it ever too early to start your search? And the answer is absolutely not. Now is the time to start looking for what your loved one wants in their future, what their needs will be in the future, and more importantly, affordability in the future. So, if you're ever questioning, am I doing this too soon? The answer is absolutely not. And in fact, it's essential if you want to optimize the level of quality in your loved one's life. So get on it right now.